All right, here's how to make some chicken chili. You start off with some ground chicken, a pound or two of that. There you're looking at some ancho chilies, dried, garlic, 6, 7, 8 cloves, couple of jalapenos. You can certainly add in some green pepper if you like, and a chopped up onion or so. You're going to need some chicken broth. It doesn't have to be organic, and you can certainly use vegetable broth as well. There's some strained tomatoes, some beans, habichuelas. These are pink. You can use white beans as well. Oregano on the dried spice, some ancho chili powder. You're going to need some cumin, regular chili powder too if you have it, a little pinch of ground cinnamon, and a surprise here is the cocoa. So those are the ingredients. Some olive oil goes into a saute pan over a medium heat. Next, drop in your chopped up onion, and then go back and chop up those jalapenos. And as I said, feel free to use green pepper as well. You can certainly use red pepper. That goes in, and you put it on a medium heat to saute, and you start putting in some garlic, as much as you like. I use 6 or 8 cloves and this little mincer here, so that you have garlic sauteing with your onions and your jalapeno pepper. Now, once that cooks up a little bit for a couple of minutes or two, you'll smell a nice smell coming from the onions. You can drop in your couple of pounds of ground up chicken and go ahead and break it up. You're looking here to get some color on the chicken so it's not all raw. Shake it around and let it cook. And while it's cooking, go ahead and put in a good amount of salt into this thing and some freshly ground black pepper as well. Always a good idea to rinse the beans that come in a can because they're loaded with salt, so give them a quick rinse. And now start adding the dried spices into your mix as it's on the stove there. You can see that looks like about a half a teaspoon of oregano. Here's a whole bunch of ancho chili powder, which is just a terrific flavor. If you have it, use it. If you're not, certainly regular chili powder, as you can see, I'll put that in as well to flavor up this. Cumin is great. It's a classic spice for chili, so put in a bunch of that. And when I say a bunch, a half a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon, a couple of shots of the ground cinnamon, a great flavor for chili. And I think the surprise ingredients here is the dried cocoa, maybe a half a teaspoon of that. I'm using 2 little tiny little spoons of cocoa to give it an added flavor. Go ahead and stir all your chicken and onions and garlic and peppers and dried spices around so you can get more color on this thing. You can begin to get great smells coming out of it. At which point you're going to drop in, well, I'm going to go about a cup or even 2 cups of liquid. And it's fine because no matter how much, you can end up cooking it down anyway. So let's call this one a cup and a half of chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth as well. And in addition, I'm going to throw in something red, in this case some strained tomatoes. You could use a little tomato paste. You could use a tomato sauce, but the strained tomatoes is perfect for this because they're already strained actually. Here you'll cut the top off some dried chilies. You can use chipotle, you can use ancho, you can use whatever your favorite dried chilies are. You can put 3 and 4 in. But you want those basically under the water so that they can be under the liquid so that they can begin to rehydrate. Keep everything over a medium flame and go ahead and put the lid on it. After it's been cooking for a while is when I take those rehydrated peppers out, and all I'm going to do now is chop them up and put them right back in. A lot of flavor on those. Great ingredient. Really make a difference. Chop, chop, chop. And then right back in your mix. And if you're wondering, you can cook this thing as long as you want. I would say a half an hour at least. You can go for an hour, but at some point halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, I add in both the can of beans as well as a cup of this Mexican roasted corn. You can use regular frozen corn. It doesn't matter, but a great addition to the chicken chili. Put the lid on and keep cooking away until you get this beautiful mix of chicken and corn and some beans. And it's hot and it's yummy. And here are your kind of garnishes. There's some tortillas that I actually made out of corn tortillas, toasted and cut up, cilantro, cheddar cheese, some red onion, and if you have a little avocado, that's nice too. And there you have a lovely dish of chicken chili.